What's up guys, PC here, and today we're going to look at the $4,000 MacBook Pro, which you can buy refurbished at $840 right now, but you still shouldn't get it. Here's why. Y'all know the story of Apple Silicon, right? It came out of nowhere and shook the grounds for literally everything. The $1,000 MacBook Air M1, which you can buy for around $800 right now, was literally outperforming most Macs and not to mention all PCs by a huge margin at that price range. And that was the biggest transition of the decade. The last time we saw a transition of such magnitude was when Macs went from PowerPC to Intel. The same thing happened when Apple decided to go the ARM route, breaking the forever cycle of x86 chips. So the 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro with the Touch Bar is powered by Intel i9 8-core CPU, 32 gigs of DDR4 memory, AMD Radeon 5600M GPU, and 512 gigs of SSD, whereas the M1 Air, which is the cheapest MacBook of the entire Apple Silicon lineup, is powered by the M1 chip with 256 gigs of single LAN chip and 8 gigs of memory. Now, you might raise your eyebrow a little bit thinking, why did I mention the single LAN chip in specific? Well, that's because the base model of M2 Air, which comes with a dual chip system, performs twice as worse as its previous generation, both in terms of read and write speed. In terms of I/O ports, the M1 Pro MacBook Pro or the M2 Pro has a whole range of ports available to it, whereas the Intel MacBook Pro only has 4 USB-C ports with no SD card slot or HDMI options. I'm super glad that the ports made a comeback because for any professional work, you need solid I/O. Okay. Before we jump to the comparison part, keep in mind that the M1 Air only uses 13 watts power instead of 60 watts in the 16-inch Intel MacBook Pro and 5.6 watts in graphics compared to 50 watts in Intel. And the Air doesn't have any fan for sustained thermal performance, whereas the 16-inch Pro has super loud ones. In terms of benchmarks, the Air performs significantly better at 1684 single-core performance compared to 1105. That is understandable because the M1 Air uses 4 super capable and efficient cores. In Cinnamon stress tests, the Intel 16-inch takes a lead because it has fans for sustained thermal performance throughout the workloads. Now, in the GPU department, the M1 Air with its 7-core GPU lags significantly behind the 5600M in the 16-inch Pro. So it's, I think, a pretty straight as a choice because if you draw the comparison between the M1 Pro MacBook Pro 16-inch and the Intel 16-inch MacBook Pro 2019, you lose out on 18 hours of battery life, SD card slot, MagSafe, HDMI port, the gorgeous mini LED display with ProMotion. So yeah, it's available at $840 right now, but I'd say go for the M1 Air. The app compatibility issue is basically non-existent, thanks to the past 3 years of macOS development, and as always, thank you for watching.